right, welcome to this old Yoda. And today we've got 3 locks. Why would I call a car got 3 locks? Well, if you know anything about Toyotas, this is the legendary FZJ80, also known as the Toyota Land Cruiser. This particular car is 1994 Toyota Land Cruiser with triple lockers, hence the name Got3Lox. What has been going on with this particular car? Well, I've had this car for a few months now. I've done a few shorts, so check out the channel, kind of introduced this car before. But this is a little project I've got going on. I bought this car with approximately 264,000 miles and just shy of 265 right now. And I bought it knowing that it was in great condition for the year. It's a triple locker, so these are getting harder and harder to find. And a good friend of mine sold it to me, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I happened to see a few things that I knew it needed. I knew it was going to probably need brakes. I knew it was going to need a valve cover gasket and a few other things. So I took it to my mechanic. Actually, I was in Toyota. So funny story with this thing. When I first bought this car, I could not start it. Now, I had test driven it several times over a couple of weeks, maybe even, I think it was the day before. And when I got this car, the keys that the previous owner had just wouldn't start it. Well, what I discovered was the steering wheel locks on all Toyotas, which is normal, and that steering wheel lock was not as worn as the original Toyota key that came with this car. So I had to go to the Toyota dealership before I could drive this car home. Registered, ready to go, had the temporary registration tag. All I had to do was go to Toyota and get some new keys, and everything started. All the doors worked. The key that he gave me did not work with all of the doors. It only worked with the driver door. So now the Toyota key that I got cut, the original factory key, got 3 of them. So if you get an old 80 series, before you go out trailing, get yourself a new set of keys. Best thing you can do. So since I've had the car, I've been just kind of plotting what I'm going to do. And while I was in the Toyota dealership, they happened to, I asked them about a set of gray TRD rims for my GX470, and they said, oh, we just got these gold ones in. So me being the fan that I am, the probably a little bit Looney Tunes, I said yes and then got approval later, and thankfully my wife really loves me. She doesn't like saying no to these Toyota projects. So kudos to having a cool wife and someone that appreciates your passions and hobbies. So thank you, honey. These shoes look great. So I've been staring at these things in my garage for about a month now, trying to decide tires and figure out what line of work I was going to do. So I took it to my mechanic, knowing that I was going to need valve cover gasket, probably a power steering pump. The spark plugs needed to be changed. There was an EGR valve that needed to get cleaned, a few other things. Well, he came back, told me I needed brakes, I needed rotors, as well as front calipers, and I was crazy for wanting tires this big and this expensive. So he didn't exactly say it that way, but he was kind of looking at me like, those are expensive tires, man. Are you sure you want those? So we found the right size and the right everything. So before I continue, I have to give a big shout out and credit to Jose over at Integrity Auto. He is in Charlotte, North Carolina, in the Steel Creek area down on off John Price Road, and definitely one of the best mechanics in the area. He's great. His team is great. They are awesome at working on engines. He's done the timing belt on my GX470. He's taken this engine and kind of looked through everything. He fixed the valve cover gasket for me, power steering pump. He was able to source some rotors, brakes. We've got to work on the steering gear next. We're putting a plan of action together on that. Jose at Integrity Auto, kudos to you. Thank you. Maybe we'll do a shop tour. I haven't talked to him about it yet, but I've got some more work coming his way. and maybe he'll let me in the shop and I can show you some of what's going on there. But those guys are absolutely incredible. So if you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, you've got an old Toyota, doesn't matter if it's a old 80 series, a 120 series, 100 series, 200 series, check out Jose at Integrity Auto. So just wanted to shout him out because he definitely hooked this thing up. When I say hooked it up, I took it in to get a bunch of work done. And what did I discover? Well, I have the hood open here. Let's take a look. He was nice enough to go ahead and clean this thing up like new. Oh, man. So, changing the valve cover gasket. Could have done the work myself. This thing was leaky, oily, everything. You can see a little bit of residue, a little bit of dirt left over. But this thing is clean. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. So as you know, when you change these valve cover gaskets, you do spark plugs. You're going to have to remove some of these vacuum hoses up here. All of those hoses that cracked and had to be replaced, his team was good enough to go ahead and cut, size, provide all the hoses, everything needed. When I got the car, the EGR valve had a check engine light. It now is clean. It is working. Everything is properly tuned up to spec. New distributor cap, changed the plugs, changed the wires. They did a under hood cleaning and undercarriage cleaning of the engine bay, and they still need to get the back taken care of, but man, this thing is looking flawless. When I pulled up to pick up the car, he opened the hood and shined the light in there. My jaw dropped. I was like, dude, I didn't know this thing could look so good. Smelled, all the old oil smell was gone. Definitely happy with where we are today. So still some more work to be done, but for now I think we're at the point where the next stage is going to be, let's jack this baby up. And when I say jack it up, we're going to give it a lift. Right now we're sitting on 33s. It's got plenty of tire, it just has plenty of worn suspension. This thing definitely needs some springs, some shocks, some struts. It just needs everything. We need to go ahead and give this thing at least a 2-inch lift. I know a lot of you guys are doing a 3-inch lift, really going hardcore on some of the size tires and everything. I'm really enjoying this thing as a daily driver, as well as a mud pit fun. So I think what I'm going to do is just stick to a 2-inch lift, keep it modest, keep it drivable daily, keep it enjoyable, and really spend my time enjoying this vehicle however I want to. Because it's triple locked, I'm not really too concerned about getting stuck in places. I think it's going to be quite capable. I'm not worried about ground clearance because I'm not doing any hardcore rock crawling. Maybe one day, but I'll build a rock crawler for that, I think. Got some plans and some visions, so maybe we'll make that part of the future of this old Yoda. But as you can see, fender clear coat is just about gone, right? I think that's pretty common with this vehicle. I do have some plans for the body. It's got a little love tap in the back here. Not too worried about that because I think we're gonna cover that up with a nice looking something or other. We'll keep that for a later date. But man, I can't stop looking at these wheels. Now a lot of people add spacers to be able to put that TRD back on there. I may leave it like that. I may add spacers just for some look and extra dimension, but I kind of like the way that looks. May get those and freshen those up so that they're completely black in those center hubs, but whew, I think this thing looks fresh. I'll be honest with you. When I saw this car, first thing I said was wow. Wow. So I'm not too worried about fixing the look of those wheels right now. What kind of tires do I have? I've got the Cooper Evolution Mud Terrains 285 70/17. I like them. I believe they're considered a 33 or a 32.8-inch tire. So they're in the 33-inch class. They give me the height I need and I'm ready to go. I just need to get the lift and freshen up the suspension. But for now, Got3Lox is step one done. We've got all of the maintenance that I need to take care of. I think there's a few more things I'm going to take care of myself, but nothing major. Oil change, a few other things. But once we get the lift, it's trail time. Maybe I'll take it out for some low end mudding where I know I'm not going to be running anything serious, just some mud, some fun. But I don't know, those wheels look amazing right now. We'll find something fun, somewhere to go with this thing pretty soon. But for now, this old Yoda signing out. Thanks for tuning in. This FZJ80 is going to be, oh, I can't wait to get out in the trails. This is going to be one of my favorite, probably one of the most loved and enjoyed, and cars I have the most fun with. We'll talk to you soon. This old Yoda signing out. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let me know if you want me to go with a bigger lift. If you want to be a part of the team that says 3-inch or more, rock crawling, long suspension, subscribe, like, comment below. I don't know if I'm going for a 3-inch with a long travel kit. I mean, I could, but I don't know. Give me some motivation. Give me a reason why I should go that route. Subscribe, like, share with your friends. We'll talk soon. This old Yoda signing out.